Long ago, in a quiet forest, lived a poor but hard-working woodcutter. He earned his living by cutting wood and selling it in the village. Every day, he walked into the forest, worked hard, and thanked God for what little he had. The woodcutter works all day, and in the evening, he sells the wood in the village. The woodcutter takes some food home, and his wife and children are waiting for him outside the small wooden house. One morning, he found a strong tree near the river and began his work. Chop after chop, he worked tirelessly, though his old axe was heavy. But suddenly, the axe slipped from his hands and sank deep into the river. The poor woodcutter panicked. His axe was his only means of survival. Suddenly, the river shimmered and a fairy appeared before him. The fairy asks him why he is so worried. The woodcutter tells her everything, and the fairy smiles and disappears into the water. She appears again, held out a golden axe, and asked, "Is this yours?" The woodcutter replied honestly, "No, that is not mine." The fairy nodded and went back into the water. She returned with a shining silver axe. "Perhaps this one belongs to you?" he said again. "No, that is not mine either." The fairy smiled and sank once more into the water. Finally, she appeared with his old iron axe. The woodcutter's face brightened. "Yes, that is mine." The fairy was touched by his honesty. She said, "Because you were truthful, I will reward you." She gifted him not only his iron axe, but also the golden and silver ones. The woodcutter's eyes filled with gratitude. He thanked the fairy with all his heart. And with a smile, the fairy vanished back into the river. The woodcutter returned home, his heart lighter than ever. When the villagers saw his golden and silver axes, they were amazed. He told them everything about his lost axe, the fairy, and how honesty had rewarded him. One greedy woodcutter thought, "If I drop my axe, I will get gold too." The woodcutter, accompanied by his children and wife, is returning to their small wooden house in the village.
Well.
The greedy villager stands at the corner of the street and makes a plan to get the gold axe. Next morning, the greedy woodcutter with his iron axe goes towards the forest river. The greedy man deliberately throws his axe into the river and pretends to cry. When the fairy appeared with a golden axe, the greedy man shouted, "Yes, that is mine!"
That is mine!
The fairy, displeased with his dishonesty, vanished with the golden axe, leaving him empty-handed. And so, the honest woodcutter lived happily. Always brings blessings, but lies and greed bring only loss.